Carrie, you've been feeling something for 2024 when it comes to the collective, and you and your husband have been talking about it. And so tell us a little bit about what do you think is happening? Where are we going? What's the emphasis? And I'll just
Sure.
let you flow.
If anybody wanted to look this up and they have a Strong's Concordance, it's very interesting that the word for 2024, Strong's number 2024, is the word hara. And hara has this beautiful resonance to it because it literally means it's the mountain or mountainous, but it's har, mountain, with the hay on the suffix, which means the mountain of the feminine energy. So if I
Mm.
were to say this differently, I would say that this would be the mountain of the rising of the feminine energy. And why this is so deeply profound is because when we look at this, and I know you guys don't know the letters, so I'm going to do my best to just convey the concepts. If I just threw out the letters and put them on the screen, you guys would be going, whoa, with the energy that's in them, because they are a living light language and they
Yes.
do have frequency and they have resonance to them. So when we picture them in our mind's eye, we connect with what it's saying, we drop it down into our heart, it brings us into coherence so that we begin resonating to those words, just like a tuning fork, right? If you have a tuning fork here, and you have another one that's of the same frequency and you strike one, it'll begin to ring and harmonize with the other. If they're not on the same frequency, they will not resonate in tune with each other. And our instruments are finely strung instruments that are part of this chorus of heaven in this symphonic orchestration of living is vibrating to these things. So 2024, 2024, which when you reduce it down is an eight is new beginnings. This is the mountain of the feminine energy rising.
But one of the things, that keeps coming to me again with the divine masculine and the feminine is, some of the forbidden books that were removed from the Bible or not allowed to be in the Bible. One of them being the Gospel of Judas Iscariot, where Jesus is talking to the disciples and he says, "Your father is not my father." And they cursed him in their hearts, all but Judas, because it's the book of Judas Iscariot. So of course he's Jesus' best friend, right? In his from his perspective. And Judas turns to Jesus and says, "I know from whence you come. You are from Barbello, the highest of the high." And when you look up Barbello, which is an ancient Sumerian text term, it's dealing with the divine feminine being the highest realm, or the most high in that sense, where everything has been masculinized through Jewish misogyny. Let's just be real.
Exactly.
And everything's male in scripture. The male version of God, which has been a twisted religious
Right.
bondage, has been the divine masculine has been masquerading as duality, as the preparation or the fire behind the feminine emerging in that sense to kind of bring that ego subject through all the backfires and through all of the jealousy of the masculine version of divinity presented through Jewish misogyny. And I see how the feminine is now coming up to restore, to reconnect, to reconcile, to
Nurture.
embrace, almost like a mother hen gathering her chicks.
And
Yes.
when I was listening to you, I was thinking about a vision I got just right at the beginning of the new year of a door. It was a celestial door that I rose up into, and this door became me. And I noticed that I became the door, and that I was the door for others to walk through or to help and collectively to awaken. So it was just it was amazing to hear that kind of ascension and then becoming, and then and just like that thought of as I heal, um, you heal and we all heal. So it's just like that collective coming into that heart mind coherence of higher consciousness and states of being, and that being the shift and then the transition for what we're all going through. So yeah, so that was coming up for me, and that was pretty cool.
The extremes in the last couple years of going one way. No, it's this way. Truth is this and this. And I really feel like 2024 is really about the balance. And I think you said that in one way, Carrie, and then you said in another way, Serena, of judgments. and how we didn't know that we had judgments until we did. And that's because of the awareness of consciousness, that it's who we are, not the judgments, but we had to have the lower frequency, like you're saying, the one side to see the other side. And that's what brings the balance, is having one experience and then having another, which seem completely polar opposites, but are both needed to have this current consciousness or experience. And so I really feel like 2024 is really going to help people to be able to experience that balance in their own mind and their own manifestation and their own experience. Like you said, Carrie, about the masculine coming down to meet the feminine and how it's really bringing that balance of walking together as one, which always has been. We've always been one. We've always been both masculine and feminine, but the expression has been different. And now the collective consciousness of everybody coming into that balance of realization that you are both, I think is going to help collectively for people to just embrace and love and receive, because that's what, to me, the feminine is. It's really just this beautiful dance. As everyone was talking, I kept seeing this dance, and it's like the inhale and exhale. It's the coming and the going, and it is a dance of giving and receiving that we're all learning to experience right now. Yes. And I feel like collectively that's what's going to happen for people, is no more trying to ascend, but really this realization of being.